Close to mid-month, 14th of June 2023. Welcome to Dalsan TV's Primetime News. I'm your presenter Abdurrahman Yusuf, and tonight these are the stories that are making our headlines. Somalia implores for enactment of progressive human rights strategies. President Mahmoud underscores anti-extremist success at IGAD summit. 12 killed in distinct Al-Shabaab attacks in Kenya. Somalia to resume livestock export to Iraq. Now let's delve into a full bulletin where the ambassador of the federal government of Somalia to China, Ali Kulani, has asked the international community to promote progressive international human rights laws while speaking at the World Human Rights Governance Forum in Beijing, China. Our reporter Abdulrazak has a full story.
Ambassador of the federal government of Somalia to China, Ali Kulani, has urged the international community to promote progressive international human rights. Speaking at the World Human Rights Governance Forum in Beijing, China, the ambassador emphasized the importance of encouraging collaboration, cooperation, and advancement in order to effectively address the difficulties that human rights are currently facing. In order to effectively address the new challenges brought about by the digital age, the forum's main focus was to enhance UN Human Rights Council governance and strengthen international cooperation in human rights. The Somali ambassador's attendance at the forum demonstrates the nation's dedication to actively participating in global human rights discussion and advancing global efforts. The forum, which is jointly organized by the China International Development Cooperation Agency and the Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs, provides an excellent forum for insightful discussions and beneficial debates on significant human rights.
Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, the president of Somalia, highlighted at the 14th IGAD Ordinary Summit the security and political gains made by his nation against the extremist insurgency group Al-Shabaab. Mohamud spoke about the comprehensive counter-terrorism operations against Al-Shabaab that resulted in the liberation of substantial territories in the Shabelle, Hiran, Galgaduud and Mudug regions. Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, the president of Somalia, highlighted at the 14th IGAD Ordinary Summit the security and political gains made by his nation against the extremist insurgency group Al-Shabaab. Mohamud spoke about the comprehensive counter-terrorism operations against Al-Shabaab that resulted in liberation of substantial territories in the Shabelle, Hiran, Galgaduud and Mudug regions. The offensive marked a turning point and ended 15 years of extremist repression in those regions. The liberation has spurred development initiatives aimed at enhancing public services in these areas. Security has also been significantly improved to thwart any potential extremist resurgence in those regions. President Mahmoud informed his fellow IGAD leaders of his administration's commitment to enhancing region's governance system during the numerous National Consultative Council meetings that have been held since his administration returned to Villa, Somalia. Plans for direct democratic elections were decided upon at a council meeting that took place from May 24th to 27th. Mahmoud informed the IGAD leaders that the government councils are industriously working to put these agreements into effect. In an act of solidarity, President Mahmoud urges IGAD counterparts to actively support efforts to bring peace in Sudan and other troubled areas. The regional peace, security and development are main topics of the IGAD summit, which got underway on Monday in Djibouti. The leaders of IGAD member states will discuss ways to end the ongoing war in Sudan. The summit also seeks to coordinate regional effort to end terrorism, promote regional integration, and advance peace and economic success and social advancement among member states. President Mahmoud and Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed of Ethiopia met on the sidelines of the IGAD summit. The two leaders engaged in fruitful discussions on bilateral and regional issues of shared interest, according to an official tweet from Villa, Somalia. In two separate attacks in Kenya's coastal and eastern regions on Tuesday, Al-Shabaab terrorist organization claimed responsibility for the deaths of at least 12, including 6 soldiers.
In two separate attacks in Kenya's coastal and eastern regions on Tuesday, the Al-Shabaab terrorist organization claimed responsibilities for the deaths of at least 12, including 6 soldiers. Police claimed that the attackers targeted security agencies while they were traveling on routes and injured numerous people with the use of improvised explosive devices. In the first incident, Al-Shabaab militants allegedly fired at a passenger bus in the eastern county of Mandera, causing the driver to make pointless stop with a deflated tire. The driver speed of sparing the lives of close to 50 passengers. Al-Shabaab continues to conduct attacks both within Somalia and in night foreign countries, targeting civilians, the Somali state, and the African Union Transition Mission in Somalia ATMIS. The attack highlights to ending security problems in the Horn of Africa country as it struggles to emerge from decades of conflict and natural disasters. Last year, Somalia's President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud launched all-out war against Al-Shabaab, rallying Somalis to help flush out members of the jihadist group he described it as bad guys. In recent months, the army and militias, known as Macawisley, have retaken a swathe of territory in the center of the country in an operation backed by ATMIS and US air strikes. But despite the gains by the pro-government force, the militants have continued to strike with a lethal force against civilian and military targets.
Somalia Prime Minister Hamza Abdi Barre has announced Somalia will soon resume the export of livestock to Saudi Arabia. The move is expected to significantly contribute to the economic development of the country by creating job opportunities and increasing trade and export revenue. Somalia Prime Minister Hamza Abdi Barre has announced that Somalia will soon resume the export of livestock to Saudi Arabia. The move is expected to significantly contribute to the economic development of the country by creating job opportunities and increasing trade and export revenue. The Prime Minister emphasized the importance of this initiative and noted that the export of livestock to Saudi Arabia is a crucial aspect of Somalia's economy. The Prime Minister further pledged the government's support to the livestock industry by facilitating effective utilization of available resources to maximize the profit for farmers. He also encouraged Somali entrepreneurs to capitalize on the reopening of the market and explore other opportunities in agriculture, fishing, and horticulture to enable Somalia to fully harness its economic potential for the prosperity of its citizens. Somalia has a long history of exporting livestock, which has been a crucial economic asset for the country. The reopening of this market is expected to further strengthen Somalia's position in the global trade arena. The resumption of livestock exports to Saudi Arabia is a significant step towards boosting the country's economic growth and creating job opportunities for its citizens. The Somali government has been working tirelessly to revive the country's economy, which has suffered from decades of conflict and instability. The resumption of livestock export to Saudi Arabia is just one of the many initiatives aimed at revitalizing the country's economy and creating a better future for its people.
waa guul weyn in maanta aan xoolaheena oo waliba hilibkoodii inaan dhoofinayno. hilibka xoolaha sida la sheegay ayada oo dhoofinta aan ka hadlayno oo ay aad iyo aad u wanaagsan tahay oo dee ayba inoo tahay xoolaheenu innaga ay nolosheenaba ku tiirsan tahay. haddii aan dhoofsanno iyo haddaan qalanno iyo haddii aan maallaba intaba haddana inaan u gudubno inaan xoolaheena aan dhoofinno waliba ayagoo hilib aan hilibkii dhoofino waa tallaabo weyn oo horey loo qaaday.
Lovely viewers, wherever you're tuned in from, that's all we're prepared for you tonight from our desk here in Mogadishu. Have yourselves a lovely night.